Hello, this is BlueStar, Defender of Equestria, and this is my next Focus On video. Why the elements of harmony are not a Deus Ex Machina. Yes, the elements of harmony have definitely gotten a reputation for being a Deus Ex Machina. Of all this thing that just conveniently just comes out of nowhere, just fixes everything, and sometimes it kind of feels that way, but I definitely think that they are not a Deus Ex Machina. But before that, we first have to learn what is exactly a Deus Ex Machina. The direct translation is a god from the machine. It comes from the Greek plays where an actor portraying one of the Greek gods would be raised or lowered onto the stage via like a crane or something, and then the god would conveniently fix everything, and yeah, that's kinda not good, but Deus Ex Machina is technically referring to the machinery that is bringing down this character to come down and fix everything. So, in the modern world, Deus Ex Machina is basically referring to something where it's like, oh, this thing comes out of nowhere and conveniently fixes everything for us. It's like, what? That doesn't make any sense. And generally, people consider this a bad thing because it kind of feels like cheating. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, it honestly does feel like the elements of harmony do feel like a Deus Ex Machina, where it's like, oh, we just use the elements of harmony and fix everything. It'll be great. Yay! But there is one thing that distinguishes the elements of harmony from simply being this convenient thing that just fixes everything, and that's something has always had to happen first. The elements of harmony are something that are used through the result of some kind of journey. They're not something that you can just pick up and use. Most of the time, anyway. There were only 2 times when the elements of harmony were ever just simply picked up and just used. The first that I remember is when they released Discord from the Stone, and that basically didn't require any big journey or something. They were just releasing Discord from the Stone. The other was when Princess Celestia uses the elements of harmony to banish Nightmare Moon to the moon, and it's actually an interesting thought, going a little bit off topic here, but it is an interesting thought. It's like, how is Celestia able to use the elements of harmony by herself and in such a disharmonious way? However, at the same time, you could argue that there was a little bit of a thing with Celestia here, where she has to go and in a way summon the strength and the will and the courage, if you will, to go and do something like banish her own sister to the moon. You could argue that Shadowplay was a third example of the elements of harmony being just picked up and used, but at the same time, the elements of harmony were part of the solution, they weren't the solution. This problem was really resolved after the Pillars basically came together with Stygian and worked out this friendship problem that they were having. But even so, for the most part, the elements of harmony have always had to have something happen first. Someone has had to discover something, or have what I call an emotional power moment, where it's like, you are my friends! The first time we see the elements of harmony, when, the main 6 use the elements of harmony to defeat Nightmare Moon, yay! That none of this would have happened if Twilight hadn't, discovered the spark of friendship and realized that you are my friends. It's like, that's ultimately what is triumphing. It's not just, oh, we found these magical rocks that just fix everything for us. No, we discovered the magic of friendship, and combined with these super crazy powerful magical rocks, we defeated Nightmare Moon. Yay! When they first find the elements of harmony, the most powerful magic in all of Equestria, they're just rocks. They're worthless without that spark of friendship. If Twilight had not learned that lesson, if her friends had not come to try and help her, this would have ended very differently. But fortunately, that did not happen, and everyone learned something, and the magic of friendship was released for the first time, so yes! This happens pretty much every single time. In Return of Harmony, the main 6 are basically being disharmonious, and even though they have the elements of harmony around their necks, they're totally worthless until they rediscover the magic of friendship, and then they're able to unleash the elements of harmony upon Discord. Roar! Even in the Equestria Girls universe, this is still true. When they first encountered the elements of harmony, all the magic is technically contained inside this crown, but until they're willing to stand with Twilight as their friend, that crown still is worthless. Twilight has it on her head. It doesn't really do anything until they all discover the magic of friendship, and then they're able to defeat Sunset Shimmer and turn everyone back to the good side, so yay! I think my favorite example of why the elements of harmony are not a Deus Ex Machina, even though they kind of feel like one, is Legends of Everfree. Once they basically discover the geodes, it's basically game over, and it's just like, ah! ta-da! We unleash the elements of harmony, defeat the supervillain, everything for the most part is good, so... Even though, yeah, the camp is still trashed, and the original problem that kind of caused all this is still kind of out there, magical lasers didn't fix this problem. It was only until they came together with the magic of friendship that they were able to triumph against the original problem, so... Roar! I'm so proud of you, Camp Everfree! Yes! However, none of that would have happened if Twilight hadn't been able to face this trial that she was going through. It's where she had to trust herself and her friends. It's like, no, you are not Midnight Sparkle, and we believe in you, and we're gonna stand with you, and roar! And that is ultimately what's triumphing here. And that was part of the overlying theme of Legend of Everfree, was that they have to, in a way, accept and let this magic be a part of them. And Twilight especially so, because her first contact with magic turned her into this awful, scary monster, and I can't blame her for being like, I don't really want to use this magic powers. Last time I did, I turned into a giant evil monster and I tried to kill everyone. So Twilight had to face her fear, trust her friends, and go through all this before these geodes do anything. So this is not a Deus Ex Machina. This isn't some random thing that just happened to come down out of nowhere and just fix everything. No, these characters had to struggle with something, or learn something, or discover the magic of friendship. Most of all, it was only together were they able to unleash the magic of friendship and the elements of harmony and defeat the supervillains. It makes me kind of sad when people say, oh, it's Deus Ex Machina, it's just cheating. Ugh. It's like, no, it's not. All this stuff had to happen first. It's the result of the journey. Oh, we got the elements of harmony. Yay, we win. It's not as easy as that. In order to get the elements of harmony, in order for them to do something, they have to go through something else first. And it's usually a pretty cool thing. You really are my friends. You do care, and I care about you, so... So I really love the elements of harmony. I really think that they're cool, and I love them. It's kind of sad to see them kind of go, but at the same time, I do agree that, yeah, sometimes they were used a little too much. It was even within the show. Oh, who are you gonna blast with your gold necklaces now? So, nah. So the elements of harmony have always been cool to me. I love them. I think they're great. And I definitely don't think they're Deus Ex Machina that's just this convenient thing to fix things. I think they're an awesome result of some character's journey. And I just love emotional power moments. So, roar! Friendship power rush for the win! Roar! So, that is the end of my focus on video on the elements of harmony and why they are not a Deus Ex Machina. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you for commenting, liking, and subscribing, and until next time, this is Blue Star. Stay strong, and pony on. Blue Star out.